What is going on, guys? This is Music Major coming to you guys live in Rayman Legends. Now, this game is free for you guys for the month of March on the Xbox One, and this is actually a neat little preview into a new series we're going to be starting on the channel, where we're going to be covering Xbox One games with gold. Now, I am here to help you decide if this is going to be worth your hard drive space, and to tell you if I generally just had a good time. Let's be honest, some of these games have been absolutely god-awful. I mean, there's no better way to say it. They've been god-awful. But luckily, we've struck gold here in the month of March, and if you want to think gold, leprechauns, green, all kinds of good stuff, I don't know how those are related. Rayman Legends is the game for us now, guys. Rayman Legends is a platform game that was developed and published by the classy folks at Ubisoft and Ubisoft Montpellier. I believe that's the Canadian division, and is a direct sequel to the 2011 Rayman Origins. Personally, for me, Rayman has always been one of those series that has held a very great place in my heart in video game history. I can remember being a young age, playing the PS1 at my cousin Casey's, and always trying to play the Rayman demos or the games if they were out there, and I always had such a blast. I always thought he was such an interesting protagonist, and that the story was very, while not very deep in some aspects, it was always fun, and it always was kind of a feel-good game. This game is the epitome of a co-op play, with as many as 4 people making their way through a series of challenges where players rely on one another to perform certain tasks in order to advance through the level. This is most noticeable when you have a party game. It is the epitome of party games. If you can think back to PS2 with the Adventures of Cookie and Cream, maybe Banjo-Kazooie to some extent, even though that was more of you. It's a very nice party game to play with a few people, and I haven't done that yet. For the purposes of this commentary and for this gameplay, this was all single player. Now, I will probably be playing with my roommate, maybe adding a few more videos. Who knows? But together you will work to defeat enemies and collect in-game characters called Teensies, and these can be used as in-game currency to unlock new levels. Now, this game boasts over a robust 120 levels, and 40 of those levels are remastered from the original Rayman Legends that was released on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. These levels are able to be unlocked by obtaining lucky tickets. And the game, you may be wondering to yourself, how does it stay fresh? Well, the game will stay fresh by offering daily and weekly challenge stages, which I'm curious to see if that is actually fact, but I want to see how it goes with this gameplay. I plan on playing through it. I mean, it's a free game. You can't really argue with it. It's very fun. You know, there are very unique challenges that kind of, you know, as you can see here, I was struggling to get over to the Teensy and try to free him, but, you know, there's a lot of interesting stuff that goes on in the game. It's fun. Some of the reactions on there are pretty comical. It's pretty funny to have a big menacing enemy looking at you, and then, you know, you hold B to tickle him, and you can take him down with one foul swoop. It's quite comical in that instance. If you have little ones, you know, that game with you, I know my family was raised with me as a gamer. My sister actually got me into it, and then my dad played games as well. If you have little ones that you're trying to get into gaming, this game's perfect. It's just the right amount of non-violence. It's kind of like almost a Super Mario-esque game. Plenty of puzzles to challenge the thinking and to get you guys, you know, going in that mindset. But it is a perfect game for the youngsters. So if you are looking for a game that is going to be family friendly and that you're not going to have, you know, too much violence, even if you can call it violence, I would call it more of a comic mischief in terms of a review. You know, if you're looking for something fun, this is the game for you. Now, personally, I do enjoy this game. This game's not going to be one that I'm going to focus heavily on. I'd rather focus on a more story-based game, a game that's going to be, you know, benefit me greatly at my age range. But if I'm sitting around for an hour or two at home and I have to kill time before I go somewhere, this game's going to be the one that I pop on to kill some time. So I give it a very nice rating. I would say probably, I would call it a nice 8.5, a clean 8.5. And what I mean is there's no questioning about it. Certainly not a 10 out of 10, not a 9 out of 10, but a good B+ game. It's, you know, it's not necessarily that it's not an A+ game. It's all pretty much contingent on what your taste is going to be. So, Rayman Legends was a blast. We had a good time. I'm going to be reviewing the game #IDARB, or maybe it's just IDARB and they're just being really savvy with the marketing. That will be the next game that we review for Games with Gold here in the coming days, and I look forward to bringing that one to you because from what I heard, it's really chaotic. But, just touching back on some things, guys. Appreciate all the support. You guys have been great to me so far this year, and we're trying to get back in the swing of things with getting solid, consistent gameplays out to you. I appreciate you guys working with me. The fact that the subs go on with me being gone and me traveling so much and work and all that is really, really quite humbling, and I appreciate you guys supporting this dream. But thank you so much for watching the Rayman Legends video, guys. We're going to be probably playing this a little bit more. I also do owe you guys a few FIFA gameplays, too, to talk about the new MLS season, as well as what's going on in the Barclays Premier League. But as for this gameplay, guys, our time is up. I will see you next time.